If you can remember, the last time I posted a video was on how to actually create a floor plan, that is to create your architectural floor plan. Now I will be taking it bit by bit until we get to the whole project. Now on today's episode, I'm going to show you how to actually create your roof plan. The procedure involved is you work on your ground floor plan, and after then you create your roof plan before you now proceed to generate your elevations. But now I'm going to show you how to actually make your your roof plan as simple as possible. Now what you're going to know is, when generating or when creating a floor plan, there are two things involved. One is you will be using an inclined line, or a line with respect to a particular angle. Now, and also a straight line. So you will be using angle 45 and also a straight line. Now, no matter how complex your roof may appear, or no matter how tedious and bogus your structure may look like, when viewing it from a bird view, like you are from the sky viewing it, from the top view, you will notice that two things are involved. You are going to see a straight line connecting the angles. Now the angle is angle 45. When you are talking about the floor plan of that is the roof plan of a building, you are going to experience two things: a straight line, and also you are going to experience another one, which is an angle, a line that's in a inclined plane, which is 45 degree. Now let's proceed. Now, looking at this our design that I have currently, now there's what we need to know. Now actually there's no need of me explaining the concept of this my drawing or this my design. The main purpose of this video is to actually show you how to create a roof plan for this building. But let me just go a bit to explain to you, or to just make it known to you of the design that I just made. Now the client of this project actually asked me that I should generate a self-contained building, twins. He say I should generate a twins self-contained building, such that the occupant in this building or in this room will have a very high level of privacy from the occupant staying in the other apartment. Sometimes this building or this type of structure can be seen where we have a working class people who don't have time. They only have time to spend with themselves or with their loved ones, or those who have visited them, so they don't have much time to extend to their neighborhood. Now, as you can see, if you are one of the occupants of this building, this is our veranda, in which from this veranda you're going to access your bedroom. From there you can access a little lobby. Now this lobby is 1 by 1,000. Now this lobby actually is just like a base where you need to step before you make a move into the kitchen, while we have our toilet at the back. There will be a water closet, which is our WC on it. Now actually what you have on the left hand side is a twin to what is on the right hand side. Now let's proceed in trying to generate the roof plan on this for this building. Now this what you need to know if you are building, in terms of putting a roof on a building, basically we have two method or two shape or two type currently, in which I'm going to show you. I'm going to just show you two type that mostly that we use it in terms of creating roof in this our region. The first one is by making use of fascia board, and the other one is making use of concrete fascia. You understand? Now if you are using fascia board, this is my wall. For example, the thickness of that my wall is 150, which is 6 inches block. Now, and this is where my concrete fascia is going to stand. So now this what you need to know, that if you're using concrete fascia, the height of the concrete fascia should be 600 by 600. You understand? Now, but if you are using your fascia board, your height of the fascia board will be 300 by 600. Now this is what I want you to understand here. Now let's look at this. I told you that if you are using a concrete fascia, the height and the weight will be 600 by 600, but if you are using a fascia board, it will be the height 300 and the weight will be 600. Now what is this weight that is 600 here? What is this weight that is 600 here also? Now this weight is a shade. Let me call it roof shade. This actually try to shade this wall, preventing much rainfall or downpour from getting direct contact easily to the roof, to the wall, sorry. Now likewise this one, if there's a rain or a downpour, this shade prevent rainfall from tampering with this wall easily. Now giving you an example, now when we talk about concrete fascia has a variety of shape and design. It depends on the designer and the engineer who is in charge of the project. But let me give you just a simple sample of what concrete fascia look like. Here I can have the first one to be 150 by 100. This is just like a design clamp. Now I do another one, 150 by 100. Okay, so I can make some arc. Okay, now I have something like this. If you can see, most of the concrete fascia these days do have this shape. They're not necessarily this shape, but it's something like this, in which the designer or the engineer decide how he wants to factor the design. Now when you go to the normal fascia board, it will be 300 by 600, in which here, let's say here is 150 by 150. Automatically when you say 150 by 150, you've divided the height of the fascia board into two, so what is remaining is just from this point to this point. I think it will be 450. And you close it. Now this particular roof is going to appear this way. Now this is a scenario when you are using fascia board, and this is a scenario when you are using concrete fascia. Now if now the angle of the falling of the roof is being determined by the engineer. It ranges from 15 to 45 for hip roof, while flat roof ranges from 5 to 15. Now it all depends on the designer's choice. Now let me clean this, and let's go to the business of the day. Now I'm going to use for this our building, we are going to use concrete fascia, not fascia board. That means this is our wall. The offset will be what? 600. Do you understand? Now let me go and get my poly line. Starting from this point, I reach to this point. I will just go through all. Okay. Now after I've completed the loop, because I started from this point and I've ended at this point, if I click that line, as you can see, all of them selected, because it's now a chain line, because there's a loop. Because when you use a poly line to draw a particular shape, starting from a point and also coming back to end it and close it at that point, it will give you a chain or a loop line. So let me say a chain, yeah, because they are chained together. Now for the fact that I'm using 600 for my concrete fascia, as I said earlier, I'm going to offset it. I click here and type in my 600, which is the value for my offset, and I'll offset it. Now let's measure it out to actually confirm that it's 600 in measurement. From this wall to where the roof stop is 600, as you can see. 600. Let me so as you can see, this is it, 600 all through. Now this is where our wall, our roof will stop, and this is where it will start. Now what am I going to do? I will just copy the two or move the two, select this and select this, enter and move it out. So now this is where our roof, our wall ends. This place is where our roof, our wall end, and here is where our roof end. Now this space is a shade, is a roof shade. If you remember when I showed you an elevation, this place explains what roof shade is all about. Here is trying to shade any damper from trying to access this wall. Now let's go back on how we are going to generate a roof plan for this. Now remember what I told you earlier, that when you are dealing with generating a roof plan, that you are going to use two things. You are going to use angle 45 line and also a straight line. Now let me generate a straight line. This is my straight line. Now let me generate another line. This is another line. How do I put it to be in 45? I highlight it, go to rotate, click on it, trying to rotate it. I type in the value 45 D, which is degree, enter. Now automatically it has reposition its shape because it was on angle 180 before, which is angle on a straight line, but now automatically is on angle 90. I copy it first to the point of roof hip. I put it here, now there's something I want to do. Now instead of me trying to come and do another one and put it, I will just mirror it. How do I mirror? I click this, go to mirror. This is a mirror tool. Click mirror, click the center where between the first to the first point, which is the original point, which is the source point, to the reference point. So when I finish, I drag it as if I'm going out, click on it. He asked me now, do I want to erase the source? I say no, the source should still remain. I feel I just chamfer here and here by using fillet tools. Click where I want to still remain, and the rest will disappear. Now from here, it means we are done with this. What are we going to do? We put a straight line by going out. Now that straight line first touches this plate. What does it mean? It means that they are going to terminate at that point. Click my fillet, touch here, it closes. What do I do again? Now if you watch it at this point, there will be another climb. I highlight this instead of going to do it again. Just highlight it, paste here. Automatically this line and this line emerges at this point. What do? I chamfer it again using fillet. Now AutoCAD has a variety of tools in which you can use one tool for different purposes. Now fillet is to fill edges. They have sharp fillet, they have chamfer, and they blend curve. But actually I use this to trim most of the time. I want to trim off other line that is not useful to me. I can use that fillet also. Now let's continue. The next thing to fill is this point, this falling point. I copy this to this, and let me delete this line, it's not useful. Now what do I do again? I still copy this because they are moving in the same direction. I paste it there. What do? Since here is equal to this point, I need to mirror this side. I select my mirror tool, select the tool, enter, click on the center, move it up, say enter. To ask me, do I want to erase the source? I say no. I close it. I now put my straight line. Remember what I told you, that our building or our roof plan will be achieved using angle 45 and a straight line. Now I wanted to trim, or instead of using trim, come and trim here, trim here. I'm going to use chamfer. Remember, AutoCAD is all about you know how to manipulate your own tools the way you feel it will be okay for you. Now I actually want this particular thing to appear here because this area and here they are the same, so there's no need me wasting time starting to do what I just did here on this side. What do? I go to mirror, I select mirror, highlight all the element I want it to appear on this side. Now click enter, put it at my center point, move it up or down, say okay, don't raise the. Now as you can see that we've actually gotten to a point. What is remaining is that this point is directly facing this point. That means they are equal. Now we can delete this, or I can put a dotted line. Now here this actually shows the roof plan of this structure. Yes, this safecon. So if you have any question, or if there's anywhere you are confused, drop a comment, and you are free to ask me any question, and I will be ready to answer you anytime, any day, any moment. So This is where we are going to terminate this tutorial at this point, and by the next time we are going to another project. It will be on how to generate elevation. In building we have different type of drawing: floor plan, elevation, your detailing, your section, other things, many of them. But what is important is knowing the one you are into at a particular time and master it. And so roof plan, no matter how complicated, no matter how fearful, no matter how so gingertic the structure might appear, the most important thing is that you know what you are doing at a time. And that is all using angle 45 and the straight line. So thank you for watching this video.